welcome back everybody. Another episode of the house build. So I was actually just talking to the plumbers who were just leaving right there. We'll show you the work that they did in there, but we potentially have some bad news. On Monday when I was out here, I talked to the Xcel representatives, the Xcel Energy representatives about putting in this really long line and how they were going to do it and how they're going to put a little transfer box right there and run it up to the house. And they told me that box right there might take months to arrive. So not only are we not getting power anytime soon, we might not have power for a very long time. So we're working with our contractor to try to figure out options. It's not going to slow down the house at this point because a lot of the contractors that do come out here don't require a ton of power. So they can bring their own generator, or we can have a generator here at the house for them to just use small electricity to, install the windows and the doors and all the sheetrock and all the walls and the rough-in electrical, and all of those things can be done most of those things can be done with a really small generator and don't really need power. Yes, it's nice to have power, but they don't need to have the full power of the house hooked up. The issue that we will come into is it's getting colder outside. It's getting down to those 40s and those 30s overnight. And if we get the rest of the house on the inside built and we have all this nice fancy plumbing in here with all the water, we're going to need to heat it somehow. So we have a couple options. Some are expensive. Some are not as expensive. One option is we are getting the solar panels on the back of the house. We weren't going to put battery power in the garage for backup generator battery power. We weren't going to do that right now. We could possibly put the batteries in the garage, get the solar panels on the back, tie that whole system together, and be completely off grid. It will have enough energy power to run a few things. We will not be able to run everything, but really the only thing that does matter is what's hiding up there, and that is all of these buried lines that will have water in them, which is our heating system. This is a hydronic heating system. As you can see, we opted to put it in the garage. We will have a drain in the center of the garage. That's what that is. We had a nice French drain that goes right out that way. So when you drive your car in here in the wintertime, close the insulated garage doors, this stays a nice, 50, 55 degrees, 60 degrees, depending on what temperature we set for it. So there's the power, all of the lines connecting up and stuff over there. We'll run around to the other side because they buried all of the water lines for everything in the last couple of days. And then they laid down this foam insulation. They put all of the in-floor heat lines in like this. And then they will actually be coming on Monday to pour concrete in here and in the garage over there. So as you can see, I'm going to be very careful not to step on any of these lines. We have all the lines for the sink in here, for the laundry room, for the washer and dryer, vents. We do have a drain in the floor here because we will have our hot water heater will be on a little wall right there, a tankless hot water heater. So as you can see, we have our radon gas vent that'll go up through the entire house. We also have some other vents that are buried there. This is the start of our utility closet. So as you can see, a lot of these lines here will actually be just water lines that'll run out into other parts of the house. As you can see, like way over there, there's like a little black tubing line. That's actually the water in next to the water drain line. So the water all come in here from the well right there. It'll go to about right this corner in between these posts here. We'll have some kind of water softener system, water filtration system. Then it'll go to all the pipes. It'll go to the kitchen. There's the powder room there with some more venting upstairs. There is the This is the master. Ooh, step over here. So the master sink, whole combination over this way. There's the toilet, and then here is that breakout of what our shower will be. So they're going to pour around it like this, and then they're going to come back afterwards and we'll put in the floor drain, and then they will hand taper it under the finish level of the concrete here. So it'll be tapered down, and then they'll add the tile. So it'll be truly like roll in with the tile all tapered in there, and everything will come back down in there. So that'll be really awesome to have that done. But as you can tell, there's a lot of lines all over here, different systems. You can see how they run out in pairs all over the place. And so there's different zones for different areas. We will be able to have different zones for upstairs. We'll have different zone for the front. We have this whole break off tube right here that goes outside to the garage. Oh, don't step on anything. Which comes over here, back over to this system here. So that's kind of the big news for this week. We will be pouring on Monday, like I said. We'll have nice concrete floors in here. I'll be able to show you next week. Just all that, what it actually looks like. After the concrete gets poured in there, we are going to have a, because our floors down here will be finished concrete. We will not be putting any flooring or tile or carpet or anything like that over the top of them. Because of that, we will have a concrete specialist come out here. They're going to scrape it nice and flat, and then they're going to lay down some protective coating on there. And then after that's done, we'll come back into this room here and start putting, the rest of the walls in. We'll be able to start the rough-in electric. As soon as we get the doors and the windows for the house, we'll finally be able to put the garage doors on, the windows, the doors, the siding. We can still do all of that fun stuff. Oh, I did talk to the contractor about the well. The well is 203 feet deep. So it is not a huge well, but it is definitely 200 feet deep. So it is going to be quite spendy for that well. But it's a well. It's what you pay for. And we have a really good contractor who put the well in that has, they use really good quality stuff. So it's well worth it. So that is the house for this week. Keep your fingers crossed for us that the XL Energy will get that transfer box out here, and we'll be able to hook up to the grid, because as soon as that happens, we will be able to fully connect all of our electricity. If you haven't already, take a look at the other videos that we have. I have a rumor that maybe tomorrow we're going to move a brand new bulldozer out here, but we'll see. I guess you guys will have to stay tuned. Hit that subscribe button, like our videos, turn on your notifications. That is it for this week's video. I will talk to you later.